Hello, 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 hello. Did not test my mic earlier, so I apologize if it's not working very well, but it looks like it's working fine. Um, we're gonna be jumping in with some more Hammer and Timeless. I did want to take a little look see at the new cards that are coming out tomorrow on Arena. Um, so I guess we'll go and do that for a sec. Uh, 1 mana 2/1 that has some serious upside if you have teamwork cards. It's kind of cool. Agent Maria Hill. Um, I guess this is the first teamwork card. 2 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. 4 damage if you had teamwork. So I mean, yeah, in draft that's gonna be good to have Agent Maria and Helicarrier Strike, but Helicarrier Strike. Um, Not a particularly playable constructed card, I don't think. Not that many teamwork cards in general, it seems. This one's maybe good for our hammer deck. Someone on the chat was talking about this, Wild Feather, a few days ago. Super Soldier Serum, 1 and a white, aura enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2, has first strike, vigilance, and is a legendary soldier. Whenever it attacks or blocks, you may attach any number of target equipment you control to it. So if we have Corey Steelcutter in play, we have a couple Colossus Hammers in play, we can just make a 21 +21/+21 trample haste. Although I guess it would have to attack, so the haste wouldn't matter a ton. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Might replace Kemba. I do like that Kemba's outfitter is a 1 drop 2/1. It's just nice to have a 1 drop in the deck that you're happy to play on turn 1 if you have a Colossus Hammer in your hand. And then on turn 2 you can play Colossus Hammer and equip it on attack for 12. So like it gives like it's a whole combo in one card kind of thing with the hammer. I guess 2 card combo, but like Sigardazade needs a creature in play for that to be good, right? And so playing a lot of aura enchantments might not be the best way to go. We'd have to figure that out, but it's definitely worth trying. Um, I really like Bruce Banner. I don't know about for constructed, but maybe. I mean, it's pretty powerful. Tap 2, tap it, draw a card. Tap 4, tap it, draw 2 cards is quite good for 1 mana 1/1. And then I really like the parallels that they've drawn here between Hulk and Force of Nature. Force of Nature, the original like big green fatty from Alpha. It's 2 and 4 green for an 8/8 trample. And in this case, it's 2 red and 2 green to transform Bruce Banner into the Incredible Hulk, who is an 8/8 trample, who also has reach and rage, which is obviously much better than Force of Nature, but just kind of a cool homage, I feel like, to Force of Nature, kind of looking the same way, also like from kind of turned around to the left, like Force of Nature is on that card. It's kind of cool. I like it. I'm also interested in anything that would go well in like attacks his deck, but also in an affinity deck. Just excited about any card that might be good in Timeless, I guess. Right now, I'm pretty focused on Timeless since that's the next big qualifier in August that's constructed is Timeless. And I've also just been playing a good amount of Timeless, and it's been fun. I like Force of Will, Days being in the format. Makes it feel more like Legacy. It used to be this like weird in between thing. Sorry. Um, yeah, it was kind of this weird in between thing where it had like really good cards, but it didn't have like actual like legacy cards like Force of Will and Days. Um, just made it weird. Made it this like weird like arena specific thing, which is fine, but okay. Three mana 2/2 makes a 1/1. 3 mana 3/3 flash vehicle. Okay, interesting. Interesting. For blue red to turn him into the invincible Iron Man, flying haste 5/5 at the beginning of combat on your turn. You may put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield. If it's an equipment, attach it to invincible Iron Man. Okay. Um Yeah, Tony Stark's pretty good. It's kind of expensive to flip. I don't think it's going to be like a timeless card or any like older format card, but it's pretty solid. It draws a card for 1 tap. It's a 1/3, which is nice. If you're playing enough artifacts in your deck, it probably always draws a card. Baron Helmet Zemo. 3 black for a 3/3. Whenever you cast a black spell, he connives. Exile any number of black cards from your graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana costs. Copy those exiled cards. You may cast up to 3 of the copies without paying their mana cost. What? Okay. Okay. That sounds crazy. If you can fill up your graveyard pretty fast with a bunch of cards with a lot of black pips, I'm sure that gets crazy. Like, Bolas Citadel has triple black. Hymn to Turak is double black. Underworld Dreams, I guess. Triple black. This guy, triple black. It's interesting. I'm sure this is a card that can get broken. You need to put a lot of cards in your graveyard somehow, but there are cards that do that. That is pretty cool. Helmet Zemo. Doctor Doom. What did they give this guy? 6 mana, 3/3. When it enters, make 2 other 3/3s. Named Doombots. He has indestructible. And he draws an extra card on your end step and loses you a life. That makes sense, I guess. Okay. All right. Super Scroll. That's triple black. It's got every color of activated ability other than black. Pretty powerful. Okay. Thor is a 5 mana 5/5 flyer that recasts things until the end of your next turn, which is nice. Mjolnir deals 4 damage to up to 1 creature, double all damage equipped creature would deal. Equip worthy. A creature is worthy if it's a legendary non-villain that's red and or white. Oh, so Cloud can wear this. You can discard Mjolnir to have it deal 2 damage to each creature. That's a pretty cool. That's a pretty cool equipment. 4 mana, but it kills something. And for 3 mana, you can just discard it, and you can just put it in your hand with Cloud or Stoneforge. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if it'll go in the deck, but it's definitely a playable equipment. Giant Growth is back. It makes sense. See what we got for multicolored cards. Got Daredevil. We got another Iron Man. Armor Wars. Draw a card for each artifact you control. Interesting. This is like almost playable in Affinity, maybe. Armor Wars. Almost. Probably not. You'd probably just rather play Krang if you need 4 mana to cast this. Krang draws enough cards, but it's kind of powerful. Maybe more for a standard artifact deck, though. Spider-Woman's back. Storm controls the skies. No flyers can attack you or block creatures you control. Huh. Pretty cool. The Odin Sun. Another Thor card. Prowess. Thanos the Mad Titan. 3 mana, 4/4 Death Touch lifelink. Colorless, white, blue, black, red, green. Put 2 counters on Thanos. Choose odd or even. Destroy each other creature with mana value of the chosen quality. Yeah. That makes sense. He does Extinction Event. What else we got here? Aim Synthoids. Alright, we got another equipment, a mythic one. 3 mana. When it enters, attach to target creature. Equipped creature gets +2/+1, has flying. Pay 2. If this equipment isn't a creature, it becomes a 0/0 hero artifact creature with flying and +1/+1 for each artifact you control until end of turn. Interesting. So you can turn it into like a Nettle Cyst with flying. It's kind of cool. It's kind of expensive though. What else we got? 10 rings. Maximum hand size is 10 at the beginning of your end step. If you have fewer than 10 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. Gotcha. Okay. 8 mana artifact. Pretty powerful, but it's 8 mana. 3 mana, 2/4. Whenever another non-token artifact you control enters, you may pay 2. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. If the token isn't a creature, it becomes a 2/2 robot villain creature in addition to its other types. Castle of Doom is decent, actually. It's like Spire of Industry, but it doesn't make you pay life. So this is kind of an upgrade. Task for any color for an artifact. I like that. It's not good with Thoughtcast, obviously, but it's good with all the artifacts. What else we got? These are all in the set. Those are all in the set also, I think. The only Infinity Stone that's out is the Mind Stone. Okay. Alright. I don't know what the extra cards are, like the what do you call them? Like the bonus sheet cards are for the set. We can look that up later though. Looks I don't know. I'm excited to play some drafts of it. Try it out. Not a huge fan of all the Universes Beyond stuff, but I did like the Final Fantasy stuff because I'm pretty into the Final Fantasy stuff, and the rest of them have been fine. Not that exciting, but fine. 2 baubles, a sentinel, no lands. Yeah, we're gonna have to mulligan that. We'll keep this one. Put back Ancient Den, I guess. Opponent's not playing Luris, so we don't really know what they're doing, but... What's up, Zan Larash? Oh. Get out of here. Get out of here. Elf deck, question mark? Guess we name Artificer with this. No, we probably should name Human. I don't think they're going to counter anything I'm doing, and we don't actually have mana for Cloud right now. I feel like Corey Steelcutter might be good enough here. It might be good enough. What is that? Mm. Okay, so they're like a lands deck with Sowing Micah Spawn and Lenworld. Oh, not the draw we were looking for here. But we'll go ahead and start casting spells. Not in a great spot. We didn't hit our third land. Sigarda's Aid was not what we were looking for there. What is this? 7/7 reach? I don't like that. Oh boy. I think we gotta stop this guy now. Guess we just play this and hope to hit something good. Colossus Hammer. I mean, that's good. Guess we can equip it next turn. I don't know that we can kill them next turn, but hopefully they can't kill us this turn. They got a big dude in play. I guess that's 16. I mean, it's possible. Like, if they attack with this Titan, we might be able to kill them. I don't know. What are they doing? Don't do that. That's rude. They did attack with the Titan. No blocks. So what could we draw here? Opal's not bad. So they're gonna give something +7/+7. That's probably not gonna kill us. This is gonna die. Who do we put it on? I guess this guy. And then we play this just to give some prowess. Then we get in there. Take 6. Play another one of these. Just for some toughness to block. And we're at 13. Not currently dead. Whatever our opponent's doing, I've never seen anybody play a mono green deck in here before. It's kind of interesting. Can they cast this and activate it? Maybe. Death Touch is not ideal. Where's Zone Guard? Oh, that'd be bad if they're bringing back Strip Mine. Ghost Quarter is just as good as Strip Mine against us, actually. So that's not great. We don't have any basics in our deck. We have been running up against a good amount of decks that have things like Assassin's Trophy and Ghost Quarter somehow. I don't think those cards are like good in the format by any means, but we'll just take 10 here. Yeah, that's bad. That's extremely bad. Okay, they didn't use it. That's good. But it is a 4/4. What's up, Sly? The deck should be on the screen also if you're able to click the untap thing on the screen. Guess we just put Lurrus in our hand. Pass the turn after we attack. For 12. Yeah. This isn't good. They could Ghost Quarter twice, and we're just out of lands now. Still have a Mox Hopeful, but we're not going to be able to do much with that if they Ghost Quarter both times. Badger Mole Cub. Alright. Yeah. So now they can Ghost Quarter us 3 times, which doesn't matter because we only have 2 lands, but... Yeah, getting through is going to be hard without getting back Corey Steelcutter. Let's block there. Let's block there. Let's block there. Sure. So if we draw a Cutter and we equip Colossus Hammer, I don't know. I don't think we really have a way to win here. Opponent has done enough. They Tranquil furl-backed our Corey Steelcutter, and we weren't really able to close it out. Unfortunately, their dudes are too big. But let's see what we can hit here. It'd be nice if we hit, I guess, Corey Steelcutter. God's cool and all. It's not doing anything though. Yeah, we can't really attack now. I guess we're not dead. We're in a bad spot, an extremely bad spot, but I guess we're not dead. Throw back, pay the green to kill Colossus Hammer, I guess. Yeah, now I don't think we can really win. Especially because our Opal is down to 1 artifact. Mega spawn. Yeah, alright. You got it. You got it, opponent. No Shadow Spear. Don't really need it. Like, Corey Steelcutter gives trample. But yeah, I guess in this matchup, Shadow Spear would be better than Skateboard. But I like that Skateboard does something when you cast it. You don't have to spend an extra 2 mana to equip it. So our opponent is playing some random stuff, random green stuff. I guess portable holes are good. I don't think sentinels are that good. Tranquil throwback is honestly pretty annoying. Yeah. Guess we're just doing that. I think we should have a pretty good matchup. Our opponent is just like a ramp deck with some big guys. This hand doesn't really do the trick though. It's a little too slow, I think. I want something faster than this. against the green ramp deck. This is better. At least it interacts, even if it's not that fast. Probably put back Ornithopter. Yeah. Don't know if I cracked the bobble here. We may need the mana, but the bobble can help us find mana. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna crack it. It's kind of an interesting. Disruptor flute. All right. Interesting conundrum there. Like, obviously, we want to hit the land so that we don't have to use Mox Opal as our only land there. We did not hit the land, but at least we have this portable hole to slow down their ramp a little bit. More disruptor flutes. It's on Arena, but you can't use it yet. Not until tomorrow when the set officially releases on Arena. Strip mine is annoying. I think I am gonna portable hold. There's 0-1 guy here. Alright, so we can do, I guess, potentially lethal next turn. But our opponent might strip mine us to all hell. That's really fucking bad. Oh, they only did it once. Okay, that's good. Shit. That strip mine was bad. We're in some trouble here. I'm just gonna go Amped Raptor. Hit another Amped Raptor. It's not great. Fuck. Yeah, I think we're gonna get strip mined out of the game here. Fuck. That sucks. I'm only playing 16 lands. It happens. Strip mine's very powerful against us. Guess maybe we're supposed to cloud for hammer instead of trying to spike something with Amped Raptor there, but I just felt the strip mining coming and went for Raptor, hoping to hit the hammer. Not that the hammer would have been great here. Can't even equip it. Yeah. Yeah. We're just fucked. GG. I think it's Tuesday. Comes out tomorrow. Ugh. Some mono green strip mine deck. Not great. Not a good matchup for us. We have plenty of ways to kill them fast, but we just got strip mined out of the game there. Alright. Keep this one. Guess we'll put back one of the sentinels. Can name Soldier with Cavern because it casts both of our humans, and it's a little bit less obvious what we're doing. Maybe. Yeah, I guess we'll crack this. Okay, so it's Mardu. Mardu is a pretty okay matchup. I mean, we have fast clock, and we can go through all their blockers with trample and +10/+10, so it's not too bad. It's part of the reason I like playing Hammer right now. It's because I can actually beat. We do need a red source for this. Guess here we just go get Hammer. And see what they're gonna draw. Bowmasters, okay. Alright, could use a red source. Mox Hope will do at this point. So we have 12 red sources in the deck. 4 opals, 4 sunbaked, 4 inspiring vantage. Yeah, ideally we draw a red source here, but okay. That's fine. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Unfortunate that they're just going to be making tokens every turn. But I guess we can... play this. Play this. And then like eat their Ocelot Pride potentially. No, they're gonna have a removal spell. They have Bowmasters in play. So that doesn't really make, or in their hand visible. So I guess we just attack. Oh, okay. They're cool to go to 7 here. Unfortunate that our creatures all have 1 toughness right now. Stoneforge would have been nice against this Pride. They did find their second land. That's not great for us. Bowmaster is pretty good against Sentinel. Because we'll draw extra cards and they'll deal extra damage and make a bigger blocker. Pretty bad for us. That's why I board out Sentinel against Bowmaster decks every time. Sentinel is like the most sus creature in the deck, really, in a Bowmaster world. The most sus card in the deck. But it's very good in some matchups. Like against blue decks, it's quite good. Okay, they're back up to 7. Make a dude. No red mana. Definitely a problem here. Skateboard could tap one of their guys. I guess this is an instance where Shadow Spear would be decent. I wouldn't be able to equip it this turn, but the fact that I could have it for next turn would be nice. Skateboard's almost good enough, but they have just too many blockers. So I guess I kind of want to just put Lurrus in our hand. Oh yeah, we have aid. Yeah, yeah. Shadow Spear would be great here. Yeah, this was definitely a spot where Shadow Spear would be really good. All right. Guess we'll just pass. Yeah. Oh, they found the third land. Handful of gas. That's not great for us. Yeah, desperately need red mana here. Fuck. That one comes into play tapped. Dealing the damage to Esper Sentinel? What? That was a weird choice. Okay. Weird choice. Weird attack, too. Yeah, probably misclick. Sure, yeah. Let's eat that guy. So the awkward thing here is if I cast or I've put Lurrus in hand, I can't also play Esper Sentinel and equip it. Can play Esper Sentinel and put Lurrus in hand, but it's not great in the face of his Bowmasters. Guess we're doing it though. And hopefully next turn we just win because we have Corey Steelcutter. Trampling guys will probably kill them from their low life total. Okay. Got Cloud. Alright. I will trade with Ragavan here. Well, I guess we don't have to, but then... No, yeah, we'll trade. We'll trade. It's a little awkward because we need a 6 land to equip the hammer on the Steelcutter monk. Hopefully we draw a land or Mox Opal. I mean, that works too. Yeah, that works. Might as well cast it because it's prowess. rather than just equipping the other one. Should be lethal. Bring in the P-holes, take out the E-sentinels. I don't hate Chainsaw either. Skateboard's not that great in this matchup just because they have generally so many blockers. I do wish this was Shadow Spear for this matchup for sure. Could play Shadow Spear instead of Skateboard. The lifelink does come up sometimes. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Chainsaw. Let's try that. But yeah, if you're a modern Hammer player and you're thinking about playing some Arena, Timeless is pretty cool right now. And I do think Hammer is a fine deck in the format. I didn't think it would be when I built it, but it feels fine actually. Mox Opal is a great card. Helps the deck out considerably. Kemba's Outfitter is a card you get to play with on Arena that doesn't exist outside of Arena. I hate the Alchemy cards, but this one is good in Hammer for sure. Gonna keep this hand because it has the dream start of Sigarda's Aid, Ornithopter, swing 10. So this deck does have a turn 2 kill, and it's exactly like this, except for a second land and a second Colossus Hammer in hand. And then we swing with Ornithopter. They can't block it because it's a flyer, generally, and you hit them for 20. Just the other day, or just like last time I was playing this deck, is when I took out the 4th Ornithopter in favor of the Skateboard, but I could see the Skateboard being Shadow Spear. So many bots today. Wait, what? They strip mine me? Dick move, dude. Luckily we drew land. No, my hammer. That sucks. Oh. Gave us something to do that turn at least. I don't suppose we'd be winning this. Strip mine and not drawing our 3rd land here. Pretty rough. We're very weak to strip mine, and not sure what we can really do to fix that. I guess we could replace the Esper Sentinels for like Chrome Mox. But our deck has so many artifacts in it that I'm not sure Chrome Mox even has enough like colored sources that aren't artifacts to make it work. So that's a problem. Wow. It's like that, huh? Alright. You got it. You got it. Stop it, opponent. Stop it. Alright. Let's just run it back. On the play, I think we're pretty favored here. On the draw, it's rough, especially if they have strip mine, but on the play, I don't feel scared of energy. Okay, good hand. I guess we're supposed to name human with this. Or soldier. Doesn't matter. Just because we don't have a second white to cast cloud and we can cast our other creatures and they don't have counter magic. They could have Chalice, but like what Mardu energy deck would play Chalice? That'd be crazy. Good draw. This is why we're playing the zeros. Is Corey Steelcutter plus zeros is just so good on turn 2 or sometimes turn 1 if we have Mox Opal. I'm gonna wait for them to crack their fetch before we bobble them. They left it on top, so now we're gonna see what it is. Prismatic Ending. That sucks. They're gonna kill our Corey Steelcutter here, which is quite bad for us. But at least they're not putting any pressure on us. We got time to grab another Corey Steelcutter. I guess to play around Bowmasters a little bit, we can play Stoneforge here. Just grab another Steelcutter. Get in for 1. If our opponent wants to 1-for-1 us, we should be winning that game. If that's their plan, is to sit back and 1-for-1 our permanents. Yeah. Thoughtseize works, gets Corey Steelcutter for sure, but we got more where that came from. This could be good for them. Blocks pretty well here, and Thoughtseizes again. Wow. I guess now they can take Cloud, and that's not great. Alright. That was pretty good. Opponent is doing well here with that hit from Amped Raptor, but they're at 9. We hit a Stoneforge. So now we still get to go get another Corey Steelcutter. And we do want to attack here. So I'm going to P-hole the Raptor since they're at 9 and they're going to 6 here. Let's get in there. Yeah, that's usually the Thoughtseize bug. But in this case, it was the other way around. Oh shit. They dealt with all of our Corey Steelcutters. That's pretty annoying, actually. I'm not happy about it. Pretty pissed, actually. Damn. Oh, they went and killed Chainsaw instead. Interesting. Mike has Juggy here, yeah. Might do it. Yeah, I suppose we are casting Juggy. And then I don't really want to flip their Johnny here. So we're just going to pass. Interesting that they're treating us like a combo deck, boarding in all the Thoughtseizes and the Juggernaut Peddlers. It makes sense. Legend Rule, but they don't have a red creature. Or a red permanent, I mean. But they're still doing a lot here. Yeah, I mean, my version's a little less combo-y because it's the Corey Steelcutter deck, but it does have combo elements for sure. Okay, they got a 4/4 Flying Vigilance. Don't love that. Don't love that. That's a good draw. Could take the Ajani, but I think we'd rather get rid of this 4/4 here. And then, do we want to equip the Corey Steelcutter on the Juggernaut? Or just like swing out? I kind of want to just swing out. But is it better to have it on Juggy? Yeah, it probably makes more sense to put it on Juggy, the trample 6-power thing. Because we do miss out on like being able to crack Sunbaked here, which is something. And we lose on 2 damage from the otherwise unhasted guy. But I think it's worth to get 6 trample. Makes it awkward for him. Alright, they go to 1 here. They gain life when creatures come in. Alright. Looking decent here with the redraw from Sunbaked. We probably can double spell next turn. Worst case, we can put Lurrus in our hand. So they're not going to get an extra spell out of that. Oh, but they did get a red card. Oh, yeah. Smart, smart. Interesting. Let's crack this. First striker is annoying. Juggy on top. Ah. So they're gonna get our Lurrus, but I guess we'll have a Juggernaut. So if we swing out, they eat this one. I guess we swing out. It doesn't look terrible for us. It's not great, because then they're going to make a new dude with a Johnny. And kill another thing, because the Raptor's going to stay in play. Right now they will die. Alright, they're going to go to 1 again. They didn't put Lurrus in hand, so I guess they probably do have something else in their hand. Okay, we know they're drawing a Juggernaut Peddler, but we're still putting Lurrus into our hand. They can give us a Juggernaut, I guess. That's a pretty good draw. Skateboard might actually be good here, but I think we boarded it out. We did board it out. Strip our land, which makes sense now, because we can't double spell or cast Juggernaut. Ugh, can we close it out? I mean, we have Ornithopter that can get them, but they just keep gaining life. Fuck. We might get fucked here. That was a good draw. So, do we want to play another Corey Steelcutter here? Probably not. Shit. This is not good. Juggernaut is pretty good, I guess. Maybe we just play Juggy. They're just gonna kill it with a Johnny. Yeah, honestly, I think we lose this game. Fuck. Don't. Yeah, I just really thought we were gonna be able to get him in the next couple turns, but them finding the ending for the whole, giving them the red creature or the red permanent for Johnny was a really big problem. And then the Guide of Souls just gained him a little too much life here. God damn it. That sucked. That, and we just didn't draw a Sigarda's Aid or Kemba's Outfitter this whole game. So we weren't able to just like close it out with a big Trampler, which is normally how we win against energy. I guess we could still draw Sigarda's Aid next turn, but it might be too late. They have so much toughness now. It's not a Sigarda's Aid. Ugh. Yeah. I think we got. Damn. I think that we're just dead to them activating a Johnny here and hitting us for another 4, right? Yeah, we're just dead. That fucking sucked. Well, Shadow Spear would have been a lot better. Than Skateboard. Maybe we try a Shadow Spear. Could just be the 4th Ornithopter again, but yeah, it would have been better there. The fact that it just goes right on with Sagardazade is pretty real also. Stands pretty decent. Does stuff and things. Just gonna start with a Bobble. Guess there's a world where we don't want to crack Bobble here. Yeah, maybe I hold it. That would have been nice last turn. But I think here I'm just gonna say Soldier, Cloud. Get Corey Steelcutter. Pass turn. They're probably going to counter the Corey Steelcutter. But we can play it and play around Daze next turn. At least. But they could still Force of Will. Force of Will, though, I'm fine with. They're 2 for 1ing themselves to stop a card that we got for free from our dude. So it's not the end of the world. But opponent seems to be on a slow blue-red deck. So makes me think probably... Probably Sneak and Show or something. Let's go with Corey Steelcutter like this. Oh, it resolved. Well then, guess we play this guy. Could have done a couple more damage there, but I don't think we needed to. I'd rather save those for more. But I feel like we're getting sneak attacked here. I feel like an Emrakul is in our future. So maybe it made sense to play the Bobble and the Opal so we could at least sack those to the Annihilator trigger. Yeah, probably should have played them. Wasn't really thinking about Emrakul, which is obviously happening. I knew there was a sneak attack deck, but what do we got? Yeah. God damn it. Fuck me. That's fucked up, dude. Yeah, I should have played the Opal, though. That's bad. I mean, we might still win this game. We're set up pretty well here. But if they have another creature to put in, then we're obviously dead. Yeah, that'll do her. Okay. Fun times. Alright. Containment Priest is obviously very good. What are we taking out for Containment Priest? We do want to go fast, so the Ornithopters are kind of good. Shadow Spirit not necessary. Guess we can trim like a Cloud, maybe. Maybe a Stoneforge. Maybe an Amped Raptor. Yeah, maybe Amped Raptor. Alright. Portable Hole does get Chrome Mox, but it's not that likely to be good. I'd rather have Esper Sentinel in the deck anyway. Alright, we gotta go fast here. Do have a Containment Priest, which is best card. But our hand doesn't do anything on the first turn, so I think we have to mulligan that. Oh, come on. What is this bullshit, man? Another Containment Priest, no lander. Hate to see it. Okay, we're gonna have to keep this one. I mean, just hope we hit a second land for Cloud next turn. Yeah, sure. I guess we could just draw any one drop also. That's a really good one. That is a really good one. Good top deck. Guess we'll get another one. In case they counted the first two. I guess they might stifle the trigger on Sigarda's Aid. That'd be annoying. They left it on top. We're getting in there. Consigned to memory. Resolves. Pretty good. What about this one, though? What about this other one? Could have tried to play it slower there and just played Kemba. But I might as well just show them lethal, I think. Make them have to deal with it. It's pretty hard for them to deal with a 12-11. I think once it's in play, they might be playing Lightning Bolt in their board, but I mean, maybe they have like Brazen Borrower or something to deal with Containment Priests and stuff. Oh no, they just have Show and Tell. Okay. Fuck. I guess we put this one. That's alright, we got him. Schwink. Decent mold of 5. Decent mold of 5. What is this thing on my screen? Alright, so on the draw. I don't love being on the draw here. But that's the way it goes. Hopefully we draw a Containment Priest. Ask and you shall receive, I suppose. This hand is not particularly fast, but Containment Priest does shut down most of what their deck is trying to do, so hopefully it works. And hopefully we draw some cards with these Sentinels so that we can kill them quickly. Interesting. I'm hoping they don't have a fetch land here. Well, I guess that also gets rid of it. Ooh, that's decent. I think we have to hold up Containment Priest now, though. Because they could go for it right now with this the Show and Tell. Let's go ahead and try to cast it. Of course it will. Oh. Okay. Could have been worse, I suppose. Now we're shields down. We play the aid and we draw a land, then we can double hammer onto something. If we play the Sentinel, we've got more potential draws, but definitely can't double hammer. So maybe we just play the aid. Probably should have played the aid first in case they counter it. To see if we should have got Corey Steelcutter or not. Yeah, that was maybe incorrect. But then we couldn't have paid for Daze on Cloud. Not sure that they're playing Daze, but like it doesn't seem likely they're playing Daze. Especially against the Cavern of Souls deck, but Maybe they have it in their main deck. I don't know what the typical sneak and show decks look like. Okay, that's good. Gives us a trample creature to put Colossus Hammer on. That is lethal next turn. But they could have it here. And even if they just show and tell in a an Emrakul, we can show and tell in Stoneforge, which grabs another hammer, which means they're still dead. Yeah, I guess we're okay here unless they have sneak attack and we have to sack our board. But that would require an Ancient Tomb and a Chrome Mox. So not super likely. Atraxa would be annoying, but I think they would die before the lifelink goes through, right? Okay. Well, what's better here? Guess just Stoneforge. They have no stops, so I think they're just dead here. I'm not sure if that was the correct way to do it, but obviously worked. Cool. Sneak and show. On paper, that's a terrible matchup. Um, but we do have 2 containment priests on the board. If it's like a really popular matchup, um, obviously we'd go to 4 and maybe a couple other things if like this became what everybody was playing. I know people. Enemy dead must have been the right call. Yeah. Um, yeah, people are definitely playing sneak and show, but we don't have that much room in the board, so we're we're trying to have a little bit for everything right now. Like we've got our Cast into the Fire for Chalice, and that card's really good against us. So I got 3 of those in there. Potentially go to 4 of those if there's Chalice decks everywhere. It also catches One Ring, which is nice because most of the Chalice decks also play One Ring. So you kind of can get both of those birds with that stone. Whichever one you have to go for at the time. This hand is not that great on the draw. I don't love this. Shadow Spear is not a card I really want in the opener. If this Shadow Spear is a Sagardazade, obviously this is a keep. I'm gonna mulligan that. Okay, this one's fine. We'll put back Sunbaked just in case they're an aggro deck. We'll keep our life total a little higher. Inspiring Vantage did kind of screw us over a little bit a couple times today, but it's generally great. Opponent plays Meticulous Archive and says go. I think we're gonna play Sagardazade. And I'm gonna play Bobble and Ornithopter here. Just in case we draw two hammers. We could have the turn 2. Gonna bobble them now. It could be bad because they could have a Thoughtseize or something. And that would put more cards in our hand. We did not draw a hammer there. We drew another land, which is pretty awful. Opponent brainstorming. They already played their land for turn. Oh my fucking god. Well, we have drawn like dog shit. Feels bad. It's okay. We're gonna name Soldier. Cast this guy. Jesus. Our draws have been awful. Hammer's probably not correct here. Let's get Corey Steele. Yeah, these were the lands we were looking for last time. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I just don't think this is gonna be a they're stripping me. I guess strip mine's fine. Because we have lands. We do have lands this time. Okay. I'm probably gonna get dazed here. And I'm kind of ready for it, I guess. The daze is gonna hurt, but we're playing into it. I'm not waiting a whole turn here. Don't daze me. If it's a Force of Will, that's fine. If it's a counterspell, that's fine. If it's a daze, I'm upset. God damn it. Correct. Wrecked. That sucked. But like, I'm eating that daze there every time, I think. It's just how it's gotta go. I'm not gonna sit back and play scared of a daze. I mean, there are times where playing around it is worth it, but I don't think that was one of them. They got a stifle for me here? You stifling? Yeah, we had another. Okay, Swords the Cloud. And then play what? Yeah, Quantum Riddler. Blanket. Hopefully not have them draw any counter magic here, but they're drawing a lot of cards. So that's not great. Hate that for them. God damn it, dude. Chill with the Force of Wills. No. Yeah, Affiliate Quantum is good, and they are playing Stifle. Fuck. Alright, I guess at this point we grab Colossus Hammer. And we pass the turn. Ugh. They're attacking with both. It's not great for us. Blinking our Ornithopter, sure. Not block. This means they most certainly have us covered. When it comes to this hammer, they would have left something back if they didn't. Okay. I think I'm gonna name Cat with this. Can't play defensive with the Colossus Hammer because they have Velia here. So I think we just have to cast it. Put it on our guy. Doing it pre-combat. I guess there are like target attacking creature takes 3 damage kind of cards. I doubt they're playing those, but just to be a little bit more thorough here. I guess the downside here could be like Felia block. They're at 1. Put Lurrus in our hand. Guess we play the other Ornithopter. Because why not? Opponent can't crack a fetch. They are attacking. Linking our blocker. So they have something for the Ornithopter here. The giant Ornithopter. You can't crack that. What? What? You weren't dead. You just you had blockers. What? I guess they thought they were dead to the Lurrus. That was weird. So I mean we had a Cavern of Souls. Yeah. So like we were gonna be able to Lurrus there. Regardless of their hand. Yeah, that's probably why they scooped. But kind of thinking about not changing anything post board here. Like Voice of Victory is fine. Yeah, I guess that stops Felia too, which is kind of nice. Yeah, Voice should come in. And we'll board out a couple Thopters maybe. Yeah, that makes sense. If there is a Voice matchup, it's these like mid-range blue decks, right? This hand is awkward. No red source. Esper Sentinel could bail us out, but like we're putting a lot of apples into the Esper Sentinel basket here. And that's not really where I want to be. They could just daze our Sentinel and then we just sit there and die. Okay, that looks better. Keep 6. What do we put back? Maybe the Opal? Yeah, maybe the Opal. Yeah, I like that. Hydro homie. Oh, well, if we knew we were going to draw a second Sigardazade, obviously we would have put back Sigardazade. But how could we have known? No. Don't strip me, dude. Don't strip me. You wouldn't. You wouldn't do it. Okay. Let's go for it. Don't daze me. Felia, okay. That's fine. And you know what? I don't think they're blocking. I don't think you're blocking with that, Felia. What are you drawing? Force of negation. That's kind of annoying, actually. Okay, good to know about, though. Very good to know about. I'm gonna blink my token. Yeah, makes sense. Panda. So we can play on their turn to play around force. We can like stick a hammer on something on their turn potentially. Ideally, we draw a land and we could play both Core Steel Cutter and Colossus Hammer on their turn here. That would be sick. Oh my god, we're just getting stripped out of the game. We're getting stripped out of the game. Yeah, Strip Mine's extremely good against us. And, that's how she goes. Yeah, that's quite bad. Yep. Something I hate about Arena is it's really hard to tell if they've shuffled or not with Ponder. Like, I don't know if they shuffled just now. No idea. Really nice to know that, but I have no fucking clue. Their cards moved around a little bit. Does that mean they shuffled? I don't know. This game's weird. Yeah, we could probably just pack it up, pack it in here. I don't really want to continue with an active Hydro and a fetch land in play, and they just brainstormed. Not interested. Let's see. Chainsaw's a little more interesting if they're playing Hydro. Portable Hole's more interesting if they're playing Hydro for sure. But Ornithopter also useful to just get them dead. But maybe we just play like one Portable Hole. Maybe Sentinel's not that great. No, they're playing Ponders and Brainstorms and stuff. It's got to be good. Yeah. Not sure about the Zero Ornithopter plan, but it kind of makes sense, right? This hand. I don't like it. Don't like it very much. It's obviously fine, but I think we can do better. I just want Cavern. I want Esper Sentinel. I want Core Steel Cutter. Okay. Suppose we keep this one. And then honestly, we'd probably put back Core Steel Cutter because we don't have a red source here. They also mulliganed. Okay. Did not hit our land. Big Sad and Little China. Very bad. We didn't hit our land there. Hoping they were going to cast a Ponder or something. Fuck you. They didn't strip me. Okay. That's great. Don't want to attack into Ophelia, but I kind of do. I have Colossus Hammer. They could counter the Colossus Hammer. No, we'll just play Voice of Victory. Alright, Voice of Victory resolved. That's good. No! Don't do it, opponent. Asshole move, dude. No! Fuck. Alright, we got there. We got there. Swings? They could have a daze, but now we get to kill both their guys. We'll take that. We'll take a 2-for-1 right there. Do they really not think we had it? Let's go. All right. Hammer time. I mean, I was playing it like that either way, but like I expected them to have something there. That was cool. Started the stream off with a couple losses, which was rough, but now we're rolling a little bit. Yeah, I guess this is playable, right? Just name Soldier. Cavernon Dinosaur might be better here, so I guess we could. No, we have red with Mox Opal, so never mind. We can just name Soldier. Cast the Sentinel on turn 1. Opponent mulliganed. Opponent still choosing what cards to put on the bottom of their deck. But yeah, I built this deck out of a historic deck that I was playing before Corey Steelcutter got nerfed in historic, and added Mox Opal to it, and it was quite good. It's quite good. Strangely, I didn't expect this deck to actually perform well. I thought it was just gonna be a little meme that I was fucking around with for a couple matches, whatever. But no, this is a good deck. This is a pretty reasonable deck. I don't know if it's good, but it's reasonable. Let's get in there for one. Play Stoneforge, grabbing. Interesting choice here, actually. Snow-covered swamp means probably a black mid-range deck, but it could be a black combo deck. If it's a combo deck, I'd rather get Hammer. And since we have Kemba in hand, I think we just get Hammer. This is kind of showing our hand a little bit, but Let's let them see what we got, I guess. Still have good plays next turn, a couple of them. Plus, we're applying more pressure this way. Grief, take the Colossus Hammer is not great for us. I kind of hate that. But they would have been able to take Corey Steele either way. Do they reanimate the Grief and take our Amped Raptor? That would be a problem. Ancient Tomb. What is that? The fuck is this? 2 mana, 2/2 lifelink. Flying. When it attacks, conjure a card. What the fuck? That's some weird shit. Okay. Gotcha. Let's cast this guy. I think we get Corey Steele at this point. And then we'll attack with our 2-power guy. Nice hit on Raptor, obviously. We can put the Corey Steel Cutter into play here. I'm not sure that that's correct since we kind of want to cast it, I think. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Another 2/2 lifelink guy. Okay. That's fine. I think I will put it into play. This is maybe incorrect, but it's just kind of fun. And we did draw what we needed there, so that's great. Go ahead and put Lurrus in our hand. Make a red here. Play Ornithopter. Play Mox Opal. And do we equip Corey Steel Cutter on something else? Like a Stoneforge Mystic? No, I think it's fine. It's kind of the same, right? Lurrus next turn can cast Colossus Hammer. If we draw a land, then we can equip it as well. No blocks. Did you find your Sanguine Bond opponent? That's a weird card. Never seen that card before. But yeah, the card I'm most excited about so far that I've seen from the superhero set is that Super Serum Soldier, whatever it is. Oh, they got my Lurrus. Okay. Bummer. Bummer. Guess we play this for prowess. Maybe we weren't supposed to. And then we can equip this onto... I mean, Esper Sentinel's kind of good to equip it onto, but I don't really want them to trade with Esper Sentinel. So I think we go Stoneforge. Swing with everyone but these two and this one. It's 8 coming in. They're at 11. They do have 2 life linking 2 power creatures in play, so not super likely to win the game next turn, but not super unlikely either. Especially if they cast a non-creature spell that we can draw a card off of. Hoping for that. But yeah, what's the card called? Serum Soldier or something? Super Soldier Serum. Yeah, this card seems cool for the deck. Other than that, looks like an interesting limited set. Fun is at 7. They're taking their turn now. They blocked. What happened here? They fatal pushed. And blocked the 2/2 prowess guy. Okay. See now? And they paid 2 life to make sure we didn't draw a card. Which is interesting. 3/1 blocker, okay. I guess putting it here might have been better. At 3, we've got more than 3 coming in next turn. Sanguine Bond. So that's fine. I mean, it draws them a card. But it's mostly fine. We're at 14, like, we're chilling. Fatal push on top. Swing out. think that's lethal. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Cancel. Put it here. I guess lifelink happens exactly when damage happens. It's interesting. They paid for it? Or they just said auto pay? Okay, nice. Not that they were probably gonna get out of that anyway. So Containment Priest is decent against Reanimate, which they are playing. Other than that, I mean, Fairy Macabre is decent against Reanimate, but I don't think we really want to board that in. That also takes us off of Luris. Fairy Macabre's kind of an interesting one on the board. Could play like Tormod's Crypt so that Luris is still playable. Portable hold for their flyers. I just don't care about these guys very much. I assume they're playing Orcish Bowmasters, but we didn't see any. Yeah, I think I do cut the Sentinels. Maybe bring in 2 Containment Priests, 2 P-Hole. Didn't see the One Ring. They might be playing it. Don't really know. They're playing Ancient Tomb and black cards, so probably the One Ring is in their deck. But I don't really want to board in Cast Into the Fire if they're not playing that, because it doesn't kill any of their stuff. So let's just do that. The Ornithopters aren't great in the matchup either. I guess I could have boarded some of those out. Yeah, it's a keep. Pretty solid. Ancient Den pulling some weight here. Oops, wrong button. This one. And then we can play Kemba right now. So the reason I'm doing this is because they probably have Grief and Thoughtseize and shit, so we want to just make our Colossus Hammer a permanent as soon as possible. They probably have a Fatal Push or something. They have something that's 1 mana, yeah. Troll Cycle. Baby. Nice, baby. Alright, it's our turn. They have a Barrowgoyf. That's not ideal. That thing has Death Touch. Don't like that they have a Death Toucher here. Portable Hold doesn't do anything. So I think what we're going to do is play this on human. Gory Steel Cutter. Play another Outfitter. Swing. Fine with this trade. I would like to block. Sure. Sure. Them getting creatures back isn't the end of the world, I guess. It will make their guys bigger. They are playing the One Ring. Shieldred. They could cast Shieldred, I guess. That's not great for us. They're at 6. If they cast Shieldred and go to 4, then if they don't have a Fatal Push, they're just dead. Oh, they spent all their mana to just be dead. Okay. Cool, swings. They have Snuff out? It's got Trample. Alright, we take those. I guess they're like, well, this is what I got. Playing it. Alright, we got mono black Shieldred One Ring type stuff. Yeah, it's just like mono black mid range scam stuff. But they were also playing that weird 2-drop that they seem to have boarded out for Barrowgoyfs in the post board game. Weird, but fair enough. I mean, Barrowgoyf's much better for sure. We drew Portable Hole and it literally had no targets. It was a bummer. Let's get another game going. Be right back. Alright, we'd like to go first. We'd like to keep hand. Gonna save the souls for potentially naming Dinosaur here, which could bite us, but if they force a Will Esper Sentinel, that's fine. That's honestly just fine. Fellmire, another black mid-rangey deck. Let's see, sure. Snot Sneeze. Core Steel Cutter we could not cast, so that was an interesting choice. Oh, fuck. Bowmasters. Yeah, that's not good. That's pretty good turn 1 from our opponent. And now we could have cast Core Steel Cutter, so it ended up being pretty strong that our opponent did that. I suppose... Do we just cast Amped Raptor here? No, I think we Stoneforge. They know about the Sigarda's Aid. So we can Stoneforge plus play the Sigarda's Aid. So it's out of our hand. I think that makes sense. And then this will put on human, I guess. We'll grab a hammer. They could take the hammer, which isn't great, but if they have a grief reanimate here, we're in a bad spot, because then we have just like put Lurrus in our hand, I guess, next turn, but it's also not terrible. Okay, if they strip mine our Ancient Den, it takes us from 3 down to 1 mana, so that'd be really bad. Hopefully they don't do that. They just passed the turn. Okay. I suppose we will play Amped Raptor here. Yeah, sure. Stoneforge is good. Let's grab another hammer, I guess. Well, could also grab Shadow Spear at this point. But I think hammer makes more sense. We have another Stoneforge if we want Shadow Spear next turn. It did not block anything. I guess we stick this on Ornithopter. They have the push. They have the push. That's fine. Surprised they didn't strip mine. Their plan was push there. Oh, because they want a Shelly here. Dauthi Voidwalker. Reanimate Esper Sentinel. Okay. Ancient Tomb, then strip me. Sure. The wrong card to strip, actually, because we would have been out 2 mana if they did it a different way there. They have no cards. Could just like play Corey Steelcutter and pass, but they'll draw a card. So I don't really like that. So let's just get in there with Raptor. They kind of have to block. They'll probably block with the token. Yeah. Take that. They definitely should have strip mined our den there. Okay, yeah. It should be lethal. Unless they drew a push. Which I guess they might have. No. No push. Okay. Alright. Strip mine is annoying. Dark Ritual, Fatal Push, Reanimate. Yeah, we know what we're up against here. And this one looks a little bit weaker to Portable Hole. Containment Priest is good against Reanimate. Esper Sentinel's bad against Bowmasters. Cast into Fire is good against the One Ring. And to some extent, they're Bowmasters, I guess. Do we want the Ornithopters? Could just play P-holes. Could play Voice of Victory instead of Ornithopter. I'm going to bring in two Portable Holes. Maybe all the Portable Holes. We'll take out two Ornithopter and put in a Cast into Fire. Let's try that. Not sure. I should probably have a better sideboard plan for black mid-range decks. Like, they're pretty similar, most of them. They're playing Dark Rituals, Thoughtseizes, Griefs, Reanimates, Trolls, Bowmasters, One Rings, Ancient Tombs, Chrome Mox. It's basically the same deck. They have like a few cards different, obviously, but Fatal Pushes. It's a bunch of good cards. Black is pretty juiced in this format. Black is strong. Demonic Tutor they get to play one of. Yeah, we'll keep it, I think. It's weak to Strip Mine, but we always are. Good draw. Good draw. Kind of want to play the Opal just so they can't take it, but we'll pass. I don't think they're taking Opal with Bauble anyway. Okay, they're tutoring. So they're gonna Grief Reanimate potentially. I know they're just gonna Reanimate Troll. That's the plan here. Go to 12. That's fine with me. P-hole's looking really bad though. Yeah, very awkward situation here. Guess we should have played the Bauble and drawn a card. That was pretty bad on my part there. Yeah. Yeah, that was really bad. I just didn't want to use up the... Yikes. Yeah, this is awkward. No creature in play. Obviously, having Ornithopter instead of P-hole would have been huge here. Could have just won the game. But instead, we are fairly likely to lose the game. Awkward draw there. P-hole pretty bad against a 6-drop. Stripping me? Dog. That's not chill, dog. I don't like this. Don't appreciate it. Oh, come on. Fucking hell, dude. I guess we just play another P-hole so that we can crack this bobble. Bobble's honestly not that great against Bowmasters too, though. Maybe we're supposed to cut the bobbles. But yeah, we're just dead at this point. There's no outs, whatever. God damn it, strip mine. Strikes again. The peels were pretty fucking bad. But honestly, Bobble's not great either against Bowmasters. So I'm not sure if we're supposed to cut the bobbles. On the play, I feel like we just need them. Because we're only playing 16 lands. Alright, we're on the play for game 3. This hand is not that good. But I think we're going to keep it. I like Containment Priest against their Reanimate plan. Could be a blowout. They might not expect it. Why is this orange? What? What happened? I don't know. It says I have a notification on something over here, but whatever. Go ahead. They kept 7? No, they kept 6. Fuck. Well, if they have the Reanimate now, it's not so good for us. The Containment Priest. Okay. Interesting. Reanimate? Yep. God damn it. Well, we're on the clock. And our hand is stripped. This is kind of worse against Bowmasters, which they might very well have, but we have 2 clouds in our hand, so we're still gonna play the cloud first here. Shelly? 1 ring, okay. It's not great. Don't love that for us. Do not love that for us. Guess Stoneforge grabbing Shadow Spear, maybe? Maybe we were supposed to just play the Core Steel Cutter so they can't take it. Or we could just get a second Core Steel. Yeah, honestly, it's just a second Corey steal, I think. And we'll pass turn. Interesting choice not to draw a card with One Ring until their next turn there. What? That really... Are you fucking... Oh, okay, we had to. Never mind. I was upset. Let's go ahead and play the Colossus Hammer just to get a dude. We didn't have another red source there, so we had to pay the life. I thought the auto tapper was fucking me there, but it wasn't. It was fine. The auto tapper will get you, though. You definitely need to pay attention. Okay, sure. Interesting non-attack with grief if they had fatal push. Lots of cards for opponent. Another One Ring. Shelly, oh boy. That's not great for us. Not ideal. At 11. Going to 10. Oh yeah, we can't really win here. One Ring Shelly is fucked up. Yeah, we can't win. Yeah, we're just kind of fucked here. Yep. Usually this doesn't matter because we can kill them fast enough, but this game we absolutely did not. Ugh. Because they grief reanimated us on turn 1. Sucks. Yeah. We're fucked. Like, I guess we can go get Shadow Spear and cast it. Which is decent. But, like, how are we ever beating Shelly One Ring? Seems really bad. Opponent has infinite cards in hand. We absolutely can't do 19, let alone the 30-something that they're going to have next turn. Fuck. Yeah, this is really bad, folks. This is really bad. Could play Swords to Plowshares on our board for times like this, but I think generally Shelly One Ring is not an issue. Like, we can just kill them through it. Just this game, we did not draw any Kembas or Sigardazades. So our hammers did not hammer. And yeah, once your opponent has drawn 10 cards with the One Ring and they're still at 24, it's not going to be a good day. It's just not going to be a great one. I don't really see what we can do here. Except draw Sigarda's 8, I guess. Unfortunate. Sure. I mean, we eventually just died to the Shelly here. I think we just pack it up. All right. Well, that was fun. Not the best record today, but we had a couple good wins, couple losses as well. But the mono black mid range deck is not that bad. Yes, sometimes they have grief reanimate on turn one, and you can't really do much about it. Um, other than counter it, I guess. But we're not playing counter magic in our red white deck. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with some more. I'm gonna call it a day there. We got a good couple hours in. This stream will be up on YouTube. If you want to check out the parts you missed, and in general want to see more action with the deck, there's a bunch of Hammer streams from the past week up there already, and this one will go up there as well. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Wild Feather, thanks for bringing a few folks from the Hammer world. Appreciate you. And yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.